This week on Cocktails with Bright Antenna, we are joined by Max and Tyler from the band Wilderado. We question whether you have to be friends to be in a band, discuss emotional truth in songwriting, taste some room silencing high-end tequila, and the band plays some beautiful acoustic versions of their songs for us. So pour a drink of your own choice, unless you're driving, of course, that would be stupid. Sit back, listen to the convoluted introductions that are about to happen, and enjoy.
Today we're here with.
Yeah. So, healthcare.
That would be fun. Do it that way.
Yeah,
you guys
host.
do
the intro. Hi, I'm Tiffany. This is Scott. We're here with Wilderado.
Hey guys.
I'm Tyler. This is Max.
Yeah. Great
What's up?
vocals yesterday.
Yeah.
And welcome to the podcast, Cocktails with Bright Antenna podcast, yes.
Are we going? Is this real?
Well, they just did the intro.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
so-
Hi.
Hi. Thanks. Welcome to the Cocktails with Bright Antenna podcast.
We're rolling.
We are here.
Cheers. Don't drink the tequila
This
yet.
is,
I know,
yeah,
not
don't
yet.
drink the tequila yet. But if this is your first time watching this episode, watching our podcast,
Thanks.
that is not who we are. What they
I'm
just
Tiffany.
said.
Yeah.
Tiffany, Scott from Bright Antenna Records, Max,
Tyler.
Tyler. Is
That's
that
the
it?
one.
Tyler, right?
Taylor.
How do you
Tyler.
spell that?
Yeah. T-I.
Half of
news.
Wilderado. You guys just played Bottlerock yesterday.
We did.
Yeah,
How was
so
it?
awesome.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
heard rumors that it's one of your favorite festivals. Any
It's
reasons
my
for
favorite
that?
It
festival.
is. It's got the perfect amount of bougie for me.
Yeah.
It's very clean. I mean, even in like the VIP, I stumbled upon one of the bathrooms and the sinks were beautiful and they had amazing soaps.
And outside.
And
Yeah.
lotion, hand
Yeah.
lotion
And
for
turf.
when you got out of the
Oh,
bathroom
turf.
and washed your hands.
Really?
Yes, at least the girls' room
Yeah,
did.
I don't think the guys had that. They're
It's
not
a
going
nice
to waste.
touch.
the
Can't
extra-
put lotion in a guy's bed.
Yeah.
Oh, right, bad idea. I know, at a rock festival, makes perfect
Can't trust
sense
the guys.
to me. You
had a question.
I have a question because somebody said something to me yesterday that at the time I was like, okay, we were talking about music and bands, and I'm not going to say who said this, but I thought about it, and I was like, I got to ask these guys, because you guys as a band seem like you were friends first, and you're also still friends and in a band together. And somebody said to me yesterday, you don't have to be friends to be in a band with someone. And the more I thought about it, the more I thought, that seems like a really rough life, to be in a band traveling around with people that you don't really like or that you're not friends with. What do you think about that?
How do you guys deal with that?
Yeah.
How do you deal with that?
That's kind of like saying you don't have to be friends with the people in your life, or you don't have to have
Right?
friends in your life.
Right?
Because it's just true. You don't have to have friends.
Right?
But it would suck.
I would say we've definitely come across bands that they just didn't seem to like get
Get along.
along. I would say most of the time, every band we've toured with they're all buddies. But yeah, we've definitely been with people where it was work, primarily work, and these were the guys they worked with.
Do you think those bands are less good than bands that love each other?
I don't know. I think
I do.
Like less talented.
No, but just...
Like the chemistry on stage
Yeah.
would be different.
Yeah.
It would have to be,
Yeah.
right?
And their longevity just doesn't seem to be the same. I mean, look at a band like U2. Like, those
knew
guys
that
are
was gonna come
brothers. You know?
Oh yeah.
I knew that was going right
Every
there.
podcast gotta have a mention.
Gotta have mentioned YouTube, Josh.
But they're a great example of that because they continue to make music together. They continue to love each other, and they've lasted 40 some years. Could you imagine being in a band for 40 years with somebody you didn't like?
No.
I can't imagine being in one for 6 months.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
I
you
mean,
just
we've
proved my
always
point, so
said,
thanks.
or Max has always said, the only thing that would be the downfall of this band is if we didn't all get along.
Right.
And I believe that.
Yeah.
Because we all have families, so we're leaving basically our first loves
Yeah.
to come be with our second loves.
Right.
But I guess I say that particular to us. I don't think I can blanket that statement
Yeah.
over every
Right.
band.
Totally.
But for us, that's definitely true.
Yeah, it makes
There's
sense.
sacrifice too much to be with people you
Right.
don't like.
Right.
Yeah, that is true. And how do you guys deal with like that, the whole relationship and being on the road? I mean, that can't be easy. And
No.
are there any?
It's the worst part of it, for me at least. But
You're not saying that just because she's...
No.
Yeah.
Just getting brownie points. No, that is my least favorite part. Now we have a dog, so I hate leaving that. Max has a kid. I mean, it's way worse for him. But the fact that we all do get along and we live our separate lives outside of this, it's fun. I mean, you're coming into your second family and doing what you love. And they're all super supportive, so that makes it easy.
That
Yeah,
does
it's
help
very
a lot.
hard.
Yeah.
But you guys were friends first, right? You met in college.
Yeah.
Do you remember how you met?
We must have. He was in a fraternity of guys that I wasn't in, but I lived in the house with them. Basically, there weren't on-campus housing. Basically, or fraternities where everyone just kind of lived in their own houses. But I lived with 5 Kappa Sigs, 4, and he was a Kappa Sig. So I was just kind of always around that group. We had to have met several times
Yeah,
before we first hung
definitely.
out.
And then we did our 5th year in college.
So all of our friends left, and we
Oh.
kind of looked around and
You
saw
really
each
liked
other
your
roll
love.
with each basically.
What do you like to do? Yeah.
Yeah, do you want to be my friend?
Yeah. But Tori, my wife, and Max and I had like 2 or 3 classes together our last year at college. And
We'd
that's
all
how we
sit
got to
in a
hang
row.
out, yeah.
And so how long did it take you from the time you were friends to deciding you wanted to play music together?
Not too long.
No.
Because you were in he was in this band that Kappa Sig put on, the Smoker Band.
Smoker band, yeah. You got that right.
Smoking band?
Smoker band.
They
Smoker
had
band.
I don't know
Yeah.
why I'm telling y'all's history.
No, I love it. Yeah, we just had a fraternity band, and I was in it, like my junior and senior year. And so he knew that I played, and we just started hanging out.
Yeah,
He
he
lived in
came
this-
over one day, and I think we got kind of quite intoxicated
Drank whiskey.
and started just kind of sharing songs and hanging out, and I don't know, it was pretty fun. It felt really natural. Tyler's also really encouraging, and so it was a nice.
For drinking or playing music?
Yeah,
All the above.
drinking,
But yeah.
but playing music. I think I found pretty instantly a very safe place, I guess, without getting too corny about it in him.
Yeah,
And
that's
sharing material and wanting to hear his opinion on it, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Because not everyone feels that way. Some people, you can tell, aren't actually into it or listening or whatever. But
Well, and yeah, I read that in something else, another interview, that one of the, for you, when you're writing songs, like one of the things you're wanting to accomplish is to reveal a part of yourself. And so I imagine,
Is that true, first of all? Did
Is
you
that-
really say that?
yeah, I mean, I think if that happens, then you've done something great.
I agree.
but that's got to be a little difficult at first, I would imagine, bringing it to like other people if it's very raw and.
We talk a lot. I hear about what's going on in his life, so I know what's happening. And then, he'll send over some lyrics or something, and I listen
see
and
it.
read, and I hear, oh, it's like I know what's going on.
Yeah, that's strange.
Almost to a deeper, sometimes in a deeper way. Like, oh, I didn't realize it was that bad or that good.
But I guess that's funny to hear, because I do really write subconsciously, I think. If I try to, like, if you were to say write a song about how much you love Tyler, I don't think I could sit down and like pen lyrics that I thought were cool. Like
Right.
I
I
honestly,
agree.
if I set out to make a statement about it, it always sucks.
Right.
So the only way I can do it is just like accidentally stumbling upon lines or things that I say, trying to find a cadence for a melody.
Do you start with melody or lyrics or
Melody.
melody?
More, yeah, like mumbling in the mic.
Yeah,
And then listen
some
back, and
strange-
you'll hear words that he's
Yeah.
saying. Already loved. We wrote that a long time ago.
I almost wrote that whole song, just like
Mumbling.
every phrase came from just incoherence. Like,
love that.
It was really weird.
That is like the whole subconscious.
Yeah, well,
I
I mean, I
think
feel
it
like that
is.
as a writer too. Like sometimes I'll think I'm just making things up, and then it will take me months to sort of see how it relates to my real life. I mean, I am making shit up, but as a fiction writer, but still, like I see truth in it, but I
Totally.
don't intend to put
Well,
the truth
I've
there.
been curious about that. So, because with music, there's such a framework that you do it within. Like if you hear a melody, and then that melody requires a cadence for words and for
Right.
phrasing. And so there's kind of this structure that makes it easy, I think, to accidentally say words and phrases, but writing just like writing a manuscript, I've never understood how that can work because there really is no framework to just. I mean, what is the framework? I guess is what I'm asking. When you say you write subconsciously.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess the difference would be is if a lot of writers outline before they start a book. I'm not one of those people because I feel like it takes the fun out of discovering the journey of the story. Yeah. And so I guess the framework for me is just the ideas and the emotional truth, and then trying to get that out, and it turns into people, and those people do things, and then I just kind of watch them do things and stand in their shoes, and then
when you're saying subconscious, you're meaning as far as like not so much having a rigid schedule on what's going to happen in your story.
Exactly.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
But do you know when you start a book, this is how it starts and this is most likely
You
how
know,
it's
my
gonna
first 2 novels, I knew the beginning and the ending, and I didn't know anything in between. And the one that I just finished, I knew the beginning, and I knew like a major plot point to it, but I didn't know anything else.
Damn.
Yeah, one of the funnest things, like for me as a witness while she's writing a novel, is like she'll come to, we'll be sitting at dinner or whatever, and she'll just be like, "You will not believe what so-and-so character did today. I did not see that coming." And I'm like, what do you mean you did not see it coming? And she's like,
That's
and she's
true.
100%, she is not bullshitting. It's just like, it just comes and it happens.
Meanwhile,
Well,
someone's
and
at
I
the
think
table
that's
next to you guys.
subconsciousness
Like,
that you're talking
What
about.
is she talking
Yeah.
about?
Right.
No, it's true. It's cool. I mean, in the book I just finished, there's like a major plot point that changes the entire story. That until I was writing that scene and this person walked into the room, I had no idea what was going to happen, and I was just as excited and shocked as the characters were.
I feel like that's what fans of authors dream to hear them say. You know what I mean? That it was the story somewhat actually was happening.
Yeah.
Even if it was just
Even
in
if
your
it was
head.
just in my head. Yeah, but it's true.
Very cool. So this is called Cocktails with Bright Antenna. But truth be told, we are recording this at 10:30 in the morning because
A little too
Max
early
has to
for most
catch a
of us
flight. So,
to drink.
So we're not doing hardcore cocktails today. We're
Just
just going to do a
straight
little
tequila.
Just
a
straight
tequila
tequila.
tasting, and then it's up to everyone if they want to finish the tequila or not. So it's a tequila tasting today.
We're keeping it light.
We're
It's
keeping it
2:30 in the
light.
morning.
So for those, so just remember as we're tasting these, there's a lot of people who will just be hearing this. So definitely like describe
Describe the
how it
flavors.
hits your palate.
Yeah, okay.
And
We
what
doing
it
this
tastes
now?
like.
Yeah,
We're
sure,
gonna do
let's
this now.
taste it
So we're
now.
gonna start with the clear white one, which most people, if you know tequila, will know it's gonna be should be a good hit
Yeah.
this morning.
Good strong hit.
Good strong hit. Cheers to that.
Are you shooting this back?
I'm
do whatever you do.
taking a sip.
I'll take a sip.
I
wait,
would suggest sipping, but
Sip first.
what do I know? I'm the lightweight.
Not bad actually.
Wow, that's smooth.
Yeah.
Gives you that little bit
That
of
was
burn.
pretty good. Yeah,
That's
a little
supposed to be the
burn.
bad one?
It's not bad.
Well, it's more like
That tastes better than my coffee.
it's more. We're going from no age to
Oh, awesome.
Very
So you're going to
aged.
reveal
Yes.
who makes these?
yes after have us. What do you? Tiffany
This
has
has we're fans of Casamigos Blanca, and this
It
kind
does.
of.
You are a Casamigos expert because that's exactly what it is.
Dang, true to form, dude.
I was gonna say this doesn't taste like cheap bad tequila
Yeah.
to me.
No,
it's
it's
good.
not.
George
It-
Clooney,
it's
if
just-
you're listening.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
George Clooney,
For
if you're
so much.
listening, we just watched your Catch-22 series, which
we'll,
was
we'll get to that.
lovely.
Yeah, let's
Oh.
get back to that a little
Oh,
bit.
really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I
Very
keep
serious
wiping
on
my
it.
nose. It's running.
Whoa.
A little bread.
Yeah.
and then
Clear
you
your
gotta
palate.
Cleanse the palate.
Just eat.
Apologies for us chewing to those listening.
I'm just gonna say, like, if we're gonna talk like what this flavor is like, I taste a little bit of vanilla in here.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a vanilla-y
Yeah,
taste
for
to
sure.
it that's nice. And it's easy to
It almost
sip.
burns the same way to me that a soda does.
Yeah.
Because really, if you think about soda, that shouldn't be a pleasant experience.
No, it's carbonated.
I don't know why we like it, but like my wife can't stand it. She says it actually hurts.
Me too, I don't like it
It goes
either.
up in her nose.
Well, that's why sparkling water is such a thing. People want that
I have
sensation, that
sadistic.
burning.
I don't like it.
Effervescence, is that the word?
Effervescence.
Effervescence. I'm not even. I'm going.
Evanescence.
Evanescence. Yeah, that's the word. Evanescence.
All right.
I'm going back to
So we're
coffee.
not-
Now we're switching to
One
the
for
other
one.
one, aged very long. It's much darker. What color would you call that?
I would call that amber.
Amber.
Bronze.
Tiger's
Amber.
eye.
Tiger's eye.
I loved those when I was little.
Too.
You
Tiger's eye?
definitely want to. I would definitely
Take a nice, good sip of that.
sip this one.
that
This
fennel
is
from
this is
the
a little
brand.
more of a sipping situation.
Not a shooter.
Definitely not a shooter. We had
We
a
do
friend
have
who
a-
shot this once, Tarryn Fisher.
Oh my God.
Whoa. That's amazing.
Right?
There's silence on the set.
I want to freeze it and ice skate on it.
Yeah. It's like a little malty-ish. Mm-hmm.
Caramel.
Caramel, yeah.
It's almost
Right?
to the edge of
Yeah.
a whiskey.
Man,
That's
is
really true.
very good.
But the
wow.
best whiskey I've ever had. That's way better than whiskey.
You could probably tell me this was whiskey and I would believe it.
Yeah, that's good.
It's
That
so
is good
caramely.
tequila.
Yes.
Do we get to keep these?
You should keep drinking it for
Yeah,
sure.
For sure.
That's delicious. You guys want to try this?
Yeah. So
We're inviting the audience to
the
come.
audience is coming up to try
The rest
it,
of the
yes.
fans.
So what is that?
Band.
So that is Ultra Extra Añejo Clase Azul. Get the bottle up there.
Oh, yeah,
Because the
beautiful.
bottle's beautiful.
Holy
Oh,
moly.
yeah.
Wow.
And they're not, Clase Azul's not even giving us any money for this.
No, they should. They
None
should
at all.
send us a free bottle.
A free bottle.
What about a
a
bar?
shot of this stuff.
that is?
Like restaurants in San Francisco that.
So good.
Tori goes,
Good.
wait, how much does this go for though in a restaurant? Like $250 a shot.
$250, yeah.
A shot?
Yeah.
What we just got?
$250 a
$250
shot.
Wow.
But, I mean,
Can I ask
So
how
what
much the
is
bottle
that?
was?
What is
Like
it's a lot
we
more.
got it as a gift, but normally they're like $1,500 a bottle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, thank you
Super
for
good.
So
sharing.
we
Talk me
I
off,
was gonna say,
sweetheart.
we must
No, I'm
really
kidding,
like
I'm
you
kidding.
guys. we haven't shared this with everybody else
yeah,
on the
so-
podcast.
Man,
So-
thank
As
you.
so
Tiffany said, we're not
delicious.
naming any names, Tarryn Fisher, but
How does the
Tarryn
lid come
Fisher, who's also
it
a
a
writer,
cork?
came over and we gave her a little bit. And I thought I had pre-warned her, like, you might want to just
Sip it.
this.
She
and
didn't
she
hear
just
that
took
part.
it and just went,
Oh my gosh.
and I was like, oh, I hope you enjoyed that.
It's making me sweat.
Never live that down,
Drinking
Taryn.
her in.
We love you, Taryn.
Love you, Taryn.
So anyway,
that's fun.
That was
Yeah.
tequila.
So that's worth drinking at 10:30
You
in the
mentioned,
morning, for sure.
speaking
Thank
of George
you.
Clooney,
This is-
you guys watch Catch 22?
Yes,
We have one episode left.
So-
2.
2 episodes.
It's so,
So
good
it's
and
it's
so
based on the book
painful.
for anybody who hasn't seen it yet, but it's based on the novel.
Yes, which is,
Which is-
in my top 5 favorite novels ever.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
For sure, yes.
But it's
We were
more
talking
of a,
about
like,
the other night. Who were we talking about that with?
With Coco, because it's in my basement, isn't it?
Yes.
Catch 22.
Yeah, we were
Orange
talking
cover.
about someone's name in it. Was that with you guys?
yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yossarian.
blur.
Yossarian, Yo-Yo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
Oh
so
no,
it's
but major.
Major,
Oh,
major. That's what
major,
it was.
major.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's 6 parts though, so that they definitely get to get more into the characters than, the movie was good, but this takes it. a
I
whole
never
new
saw
level.
the
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
Dang.
But it's George Clooney.
He's in it?
He's only in one episode.
But he's the
But
producer.
and he directed the episode we watched last night.
Who else is in it?
Tequila, he does movies.
I don't recognize any of the actors except for the one who plays Cathcart, but I don't remember his name.
Which
But
one's Cathcart?
the guy
I
who
kinda
plays
prefer
Yo-Yo
that.
is so good.
Yeah, and it's disturbing. I mean, it's funny, but there's also like
Just
disturbing
like the book.
Filmed
shit.
like
Yeah.
it
You
looks
guys,
like.
I'm sorry I keep wiping my nose, but it's running.
Well, the only people who can see that are the people watching on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I
All the other
know, but I'm
people
just
are
telling them,
like-
oh, thank you, Tori.
We got an assistant.
How good that tequila.
It's a team
know.
effort.
It is.
We'll have to check it out.
Yeah, it's
I'm
really
about to be
good.
home for 2 months, so I need
Yeah,
a lot of
Hulu.
bullshit to watch.
The other movie, you guys didn't watch yet. My favorite movie of maybe the last 5 years, mid-90s. Jonah Hill wrote and directed.
That's
So
It looks
okay.
good.
Yeah, with the kid.
the
skateboarding
kid, the
kid.
skateboarder kid.
Man, I'm a sucker for good kid actors.
Okay, me too, me too. And this kid will make you burst into tears in the first scene.
Yeah,
he's
he's really
so
good.
good and so cute. And the movie is so
He's super
heartbreaking,
cute, too.
though.
Yeah, like Room, the kid was super
Oh,
cute.
so good.
Actually, that movie kind of blew my
Even
mind.
Jerry Maguire, the kid in that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then things change. Like I was talking to that Justin, their drummer, earlier, about how like in Modern Family, that kid, the one son was like 10 or 11, super good actor, and then he grew up and he seemed to get worse. No
Yeah.
offense,
Oh,
sorry,
man.
dude.
He ruined the
No
whole
offense,
show.
he did.
Yeah,
He
right?
did.
Same with the chubby little Hispanic kid. He was
Oh, right.
incredible. And
Yeah.
He just got stranger and stranger.
Well, the
Yeah.
little girl that was the adopted daughter,
Yeah.
she never was a good actor.
Never.
And never
Even
got
as a
better.
baby.
Yeah.
She never got better. Sorry, I
so
feel bad
terrible.
saying
So
that.
monotone.
But
We'll keep it positive, but
yeah,
we still love the
sorry.
show. You
I
guys
know.
are
I
still
still
there.
It is
I
a
watch
really
that
great
show all
show.
the
The
time.
first
Watch it
seasons
all
of
the
that
First
show
few
are
seasons
so
are so
funny.
good.
Listen, and I'm someone
didn't
who
keep
loves
up.
young Sheldon, so what do I know about?
Well, was it you that was telling us that?
Probably.
I pitched
My
that to
parents
my
watch
wife.
it.
She was like,
Love it.
absolutely not.
No, I just didn't really go any further than the pitch. I forgot.
Still waiting to hear back.
Well, I think especially
So are you going to
being-
invest or
Another kid actor, though, that's so cute.
being from the Texas southern Tulsa area too, there because I mean, there's definitely some Texas things in
Yes.
there that like I laugh at since I went to high school there, and you're
Yeah.
like,
Oh, Young
what?
Sheldon?
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen an episode
Yeah.
or
It's
two.
cute.
My parents watch it.
Can we talk about Texas and Tulsa? I went to Oklahoma for the first time a few years ago, and I thought Tulsa was the coolest city. I was so surprised at how cool it was. What do you think about that?
I love that you think that.
Yeah.
I think the same thing.
I think
it's
I
really
was
rad.
really, really impressed.
This
Yeah,
is a
because
good
you had
time.
moved to LA, and then two of you guys moved back to Tulsa, right?
Right. Yeah. Well, so the quick version is we met in Waco, Texas.
Wow.
He's from a place north of Waco, Texas, the south of Dallas, called Waxahachie. Waxahachie.
Such a good name.
However you want.
Yeah, it's awesome. And then Colton is kind of west of that in another small town, but in the same kind of Dallas
He's
Fort
young
Worth
Sheldon,
area.
basically.
Yeah. It's called Joshua.
kind of
So we all
is.
met in Texas. The three of us, through some different routing, got to Los Angeles, made the band. 3.5 years into the 3 years into the band, I moved back to Tulsa, and Justin moved
Where you
back
were
to
born
Tulsa
and
as well.
raised.
Right.
Yes.
And they stayed and are in Los Angeles now.
Is that
But-
difficult being split?
Having a long distance
Half and half.
relationship in a
It's,
band.
I mean, we make it work. There's times where I wish it wasn't what was happening lots of times, or just wish we had more time together. Because now our time together is
Work.
usually, yeah, it's just kind of always rehearsing.
Yeah.
Figuring out new songs, that sort of stuff, rather than just, I mean, we had a summer, it was maybe one of the best summers of my life, where every morning we would meet in this little basement in LA at 9 and just jam until like 1.
That's cool.
And we wrote so much music in that time, but we did it for almost 3 months because
Wow.
we weren't on the road. Everyone's work kind of helped allow for that, but yeah, it was
Speaking of
awesome.
music, how about you play a song?
Sure.
No?
What are you going to
Yeah.
play for us?
Let's do "You Don't Love Me."
I love that song.
So good.
Doubting, silence walking down the hall, softly asking who you are, where you were, and where you've been, scratching on the walls, and I can hear you through the walls. And all I wanted was a beating heart, but you don't love me. 'Cause 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 you don't love me. 'C
more tequila. Hi, we're back.
That was You Don't Love Me from the Favors
EP,
vinyl
yeah.
EP, yes. Yeah,
I love that song. But I love all your songs.
Yeah.
Your music makes me happy.
Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah.
yeah.
It makes me feel things and it makes me happy, and those are my favorite things to be.
Yeah,
It's
those
like
are two
when
good
you were
things.
writing that song, like say, like, was there a moment when you're like, ooh, that's something, and do you remember that moment?
Yeah, how do you know when
Honestly-
you write a good song?
They freak out.
Yeah. We didn't really care for that one
Yeah, it
as
took a
much at
while.
first.
Really? What song did you freak out over?
Sorrow.
We loved Sorrow from the beginning. We
And
loved Favors
Favors,
from
yeah.
the beginning. And
Favors.
Siren, really, I guess.
We've
All of
yeah.
them except the song you just played.
Well,
Well,
there was like a demo version of it that we
that
listened
just
back
kind of
to.
sounded strange.
But then
But
we
it
went-
took us playing it all together
Yeah.
to start really figuring it
I
out.
think there was one night when we were with Lindsey Buckingham and Christine McVie on that tour where we just had a little time on stage and we didn't sing it, but we just played it. And we were able to play through the whole thing. We all kind of looked at each other. It was like, oh, that sounds pretty cool now. Or it feels cool to play.
Yeah.
And then once we recorded it the way we wanted, it was, yeah, we fell in love with it.
I'll show you after this, but I found a video last week where, I don't know why I was filming myself, it's kind of embarrassing, but Millie's sitting on my lap and she's like,
Millie is his daughter.
yeah, she's like 6 months old, she was really small.
Crazy.
And I was playing guitar and I started singing that chorus. It was the day that I first wrote that chorus. But I wrote the chorus a while before
That's
I finished the
amazing.
song.
And it's amazing to have that on film.
Yeah,
so
it was
that
cool.
she can see that later.
And I
when
didn't have
she-
all the words, just a couple of the words, and it was
I
just kind of
love
humming a
that.
different. The verse was kind of cool, something different. But yeah, I couldn't believe it. I thought it was rad. I was happy to find it.
That's
That's
really
so
cool.
Because we were talking the other day, like, you know, one of the nice things about cell phones and technology and always having a camera there is, like, say with a kid or whatever, like, they'll get to see these moments, whereas, like,
Yeah, when they're grown up.
I
they'll
don't
have
know about
these
you guys, but,
moments.
like, we're a little older, so like,
Yeah.
our family didn't really have
Oh,
like a
man, it's
camcorder all the
crazy.
time,
Yeah.
and so we
Yeah.
had like no video of ourselves as children.
It's
which-
really strange, but I think it is a
nice.
special thing.
Yeah, I talk about how interesting it'll be to see your parents and grandparents in such like detailed
Yeah.
form.
to be able to
Yeah.
walk and
Yeah, I mean, you
talk
can see
and-
old video recorders, but they don't, I don't know, it looks like a movie, it looks fake.
Yeah.
But with this the technology now, you're like going to be able to see every detail of their
And
lives.
so many down moments too.
Yeah.
I feel like when a camcorder came out when we were little, or when you guys were doing it, it was like
Everyone's
Right.
like, we're on.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
and one of my favorite things to do is like when I get into a band, I look them up on YouTube. And like some of them older bands, like old videos are horrible. But now you can see your bands like almost as well
Yeah.
as that being at the show.
Does anything specifically come to mind when you're like, I looked up this band, and the video was just horrible?
A lot of like old Radiohead. I had
Yeah.
a big Radiohead kick last year, and I wanted to see it live. And like just the quality and the sound. There's some good videos, but the sound is not great. But like you can look up old Kings of Leon, which I like to watch too. And the video is not even great from 2007.
You mean
but
live videos?
live
or- oh,
video,
live
yeah. And then
videos,
now
yeah, yeah.
you can get them in 2017, the whole performance, and it's
Yeah,
like
it's mixed.
the
And
cuts and the edits. Yeah, it's amazing.
Have you ever watched the Shreds videos?
Yes. The
Oh,
one
where
where
they-
sex is
oh,
on fire.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
oh, man,
the
Elvis
same
has a really good one
Really?
too.
Yeah.
We'll put the address down here.
Oh
on
my
the
God.
screen,
Very funny if
and,
you've never
Do the
seen
Kings
it.
of Leon
include it
one,
in the
'cause that's the best.
information.
So good.
the
I'm
normal
curious.
The live
podcast,
one or the-
but
The live
The
one.
live one is
the
so
Shreds
good.
is amazing.
I'm
yeah.
curious what like music influenced you to play music. Like, what did you fall in love with as kids?
Or was there like a moment when you're like, whoa, what is this I'm hearing? Like,
I want to do that.
yeah.
Like, why are you musicians?
Yeah, yeah. I honestly, for me, it was. I listened to a lot of music and a lot of different music, and I don't ever really feel like there was that moment of like, oh, I could do this. I mean, I think I always said I wanted to be in a band, but never seriously. But then when we started playing, we had a little band in college, and we played this performance, and I just remember feeling like, that was awesome. Performing is awesome, and I loved
cool.
that. And then writing songs is much better. So you kind of like, you're getting the best of both worlds. I don't think there was a band though that really did that for me, except Wilderado.
Totally valid. And Wilderado's going to do that for a lot of other people.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yesterday
about me.
was fun. Sorry.
Yesterday was fun.
Yeah, I mean, that's amazing. Because, I mean, Wilderado, was previously Bird Dog, but it's basically been, 4 years, 3 years as a band? And now, yesterday, Bottlerock.
Come a long way.
You know,
Yeah, we've got to do a lot
thousands of
cool
people
stuff.
playing in front of, and that's a long way in a short amount of time.
Yeah,
It's
it was
pretty
fun.
awesome.
That
It
was
was-
cool because
it was fun.
It was such a direct line to the first year when we played Bottlerock and we're on some faraway stage at like noon or something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe it was the same time actually, but nobody was there
Oh,
That's
at
rough.
all.
But we were still, we were still excited to be there.
Oh, yeah.
It was
Yeah.
still crazy.
is that like the first
stayed all
festival?
One of the first big ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was actually the first bigger one. We had done a couple smaller ones, but we were still Bird Dog then. So we're
Oh,
getting
wow.
confused on the dates 4 years into it. But we were still Bird Dog, so that was 3 years ago.
Wow.
Wow.
So it must have been.
Why the name Wilderado? It's a town
That's-
in Texas, right?
That's a great story. Someone had sent us like a pre-cease and desist. There's like 8 other bird dogs,
Oh.
and someone said, we don't want to take this any further, but we were here first.
What they said was, we'd like to pitch the idea of doing a battle of the bands for our name.
Wow.
Wow.
And we knew we would
And we
lose.
said, yeah, we knew we were going to lose.
What kind of music
So
were
we
they?
bailed.
I mean, honestly, it could have
I'm
been way
imagining
worse.
heavy metal. If they
No,
put
it
in a
was
battle
in
of the
like folk world.
Yeah, it was a folk
Oh.
world. Probably what you would imagine Bird Dog would sound like.
Huh.
But there were 8 other bird dogs, and we thought, all right, we'll change our name. But
Yeah.
I'd challenge anyone to find a name that doesn't already exist.
I know.
Yeah, it's very well Wilderado.
But yeah, Justin and I were driving, and there's this little town in West Texas called Wilderado. And we were constantly throwing names back and forth, but it was just this huge sign.
And the town's
We
like
both-
180 people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's that.
It's small. Yeah.
And pretty simultaneously, we were both like, that's a cool word.
It is.
Because it is a cool word. But we changed an O to an E and totally encapsulate this little word, or it encapsulates us. It's
Yeah,
cool.
it's really
like the only
nice.
thing you can find.
Right.
Unless
Ended
you're
up
like
being
me, which is, and then I say it wrong for like the first 2
Wilderado.
months. Wilderado.
Yeah.
I honestly
well, at
wanted it to be
95%
that.
Oh,
of
yeah?
people say that. And I
Yeah.
think the town is pronounced Wilderado or Wilderado.
Oh, Wilderado. That makes
something
sense.
like that.
Wilderado, Texas. Yeah.
So we are the only Wilderado.
Wilderado.
I think.
Yeah. But yeah, and it is. I mean, it's its own thing now. So.
Yeah.
What do you think, like, if your past hadn't led to us sitting here at this table right now and being in a band, like, what do you guys think you would be doing?
What
Do you
we
have
do?
any
Gosh,
idea?
I
That's a
had
good
no
question.
idea.
No idea.
Because he moved out to LA to play music. I moved out to LA thinking about wanting to do something in film, but not really knowing anything. And then the band just kind of started, and it's just not stopped. And so I don't really know. It's a bit frightening at times. Like, I don't know what I would do.
Me neither.
But I don't know. I have
That means
complete
you're
faith
doing
in
what you're
this.
supposed to
Yeah,
be
I
doing.
think so.
We'd do something, I guess. We'll just
Yeah, we would figure it out. We wouldn't be as happy as we are now, that's for sure. I guess that's not fair to say.
see. Who knows? It's
No,
weird.
no,
We
but-
think about it.
Yeah.
I think we started it at the right time.
Yeah.
It would have been nice to like start at 18 and travel and have no worries in the world. But I like when we started the band. We were young but older, and it's been so much more of like a business that we've started.
Yeah.
And it's been a lot of fun making decisions like that.
Are there any myths, like, that you think people have about being on the road or being in a band?
That it's just a party every night.
Yeah.
It's so hard to go to hometown shows because all your friends want to like party and hang out, and we're like, dude, it's 11. We got to get up at 7 and drive 8 hours to play another show.
But they want to go to 3 a.m.
and they want to go as long as they can.
Yeah.
But we've reached a point where it's kind of cool because we played in Dallas, and so many of my friends did not come. But the ones that did are now true fans.
Yeah.
So we've kind of like flipped this where we're going to Dallas and Tulsa, and it's not just friends and family. It's
Right.
Oh, that's
actual
cool.
fans.
Yeah.
Nice.
And the friends that don't want to come, don't come. And I love that.
But fuck them.
Yeah. You're not my friend.
Do you guys want to play another song? One more?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right. What are we
This
playing
one
this time
is-
around?
I was thinking we do Siren.
Yeah.
Or we could do This Time Around by Hanson.
Yeah, I love that
That
song.
would be
This
really
time
cool,
around,
actually.
Well, Hanson's from
Tulsa.
Tulsa,
right?
T-town.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you guys just played a festival with them. They do a festival every year or something?
Hop Jam.
Hop
It
Jam.
was pretty fun.
Yeah.
It was. They brought Phantom Planet
Oh,
out of
that's
retirement,
not
and they
bad.
played, yeah.
Wow,
It was
that's
pretty
rad.
cool.
I love
Nice.
Jason Schwartzman. Was he there?
No, man. he
No, I
wasn't.
know. We wish.
Wasn't
They-
he? Isn't he Phantom Planet?
That's what I thought too.
He
But I
was their
think he was
drummer.
the drummer,
Oh,
yeah.
man.
But someone
But
told
his
me that his
brother
little
was-
brother was in it,
Oh,
or the
that's
singer
cool.
or something.
Yeah.
But I looked that up and I couldn't find out what it
Hmm.
was. But they were still awesome.
Mysterious.
Yeah, more serious. More about Jason Schwartzman.
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 I love him.
I do
After we
too.
hear
Sirens. We'll be right
Here
back.
we go. Be right back.
Here we go.
I am down from so far. The tops of the buildings are talking to ceilings. Walking takes a long time. The road only shows me that loving is love only. Where do you go when I need you most? These siren eyes are searching for a home. I must be blind, I must be close. Jesus, I'm alright. I've been hoping and sewing with windows half open. I'll wait all day. Where do you go when I need you most? These siren eyes are searching for a home. I must be blind, and I must be close. These siren eyes are searching for a home. Where do you go? Where do you go? I have down from so far. Where do you go when I need you most? These siren eyes are searching for a home. I must be blind, and I must be close. These siren eyes are searching for a home. Where do you go? Where do you go?
That was Siren's awesome song. Thank you for listening. Thank you for playing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for being
listening.
so awesome.
I've been staring at these water bubbles.
The water bubbles
Yeah.
on the table
These
that look
from
like
the
Mercury.
galaxy.
This is, it's waterproof,
It is
right?
waterproof.
It has
That's
to be.
what's happening.
For those
Water.
of you who can't see, it's a black canvas table covered thing that has the Bright Antenna logo on the front that is waterproof. So
Nice.
if it starts to rain inside the venue, we can put it on.
Yeah.
We're safe.
Perfect. We can
Yeah.
cover the gear.
I'm curious with what you guys, so you're just wrapping up a tour. Bottlerock was sort of the end of it, although you have a couple extraneous shows here and there. And then what?
I have a baby. And my wife has a baby, so that's kind of been a big landmark.
Yes.
Is a big landmark. So we're jumping on with a cool band called Bear's Den and doing, I think, 6 whole shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, West Coast
Yeah.
kind of run.
Best.
You'll be
best,
back
Yeah,
in
best.
It'll be
San
really
Francisco.
awesome because we're hitting markets that we just did, but with a different band. So 2 pretty large bands. We're getting to repeatedly hit these cities, which is really great for us.
Really
That's
great.
exciting.
And then we're jumping on with another band after that to do 2 dates.
Oh, cool.
That's all the way back towards the middle of the country, though, so we'll finish those and then go home. Then after that, there's a lot of music to be finished. There's
Making
a lot of
some
music
music.
floating around. Honestly, we've kind of recorded a bunch, and they're all being mixed, and there's a lot of work to be done with that still, but we still have some writing we're wanting to get done and some more recording to do, too.
Yeah.
Mm.
Do you
There's a
have
lot of cool stuff floating.
Do you have a cool space that you work out of in Tulsa?
Very
Very
cool.
cool.
It's
like
like
a
a
block
fortunate.
from his
old
house.
school or something?
Old-
Is
Yeah,
that right?
it's an old schoolhouse church. It's been a church. It's been a schoolhouse.
That sounds so good.
That
pretty
sounds
cool.
So
Very
cool.
vibey.
It
Oh,
is.
man.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to keep it, but
There's a perfect
have
amount
not.
of shitty too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like you walk in and it's like this, but you can see all the insulation, and then there's these weird rainbow stripes around it, but it's got the perfect feel.
And it's all stone
Oh, wow.
everywhere, so there's no sound really that leaks out. We blast away in there.
That's
and
awesome.
No one knows. And it's 3 blocks from my house.
Yeah, that's
Ah,
really
that's
nice.
nice.
In our
Just get to
neighborhood.
walk
Yeah.
on over.
Walk to work. That's the dream.
The dream.
Yeah, so we'll do that. I think we're going to record a couple of stuff that we've already finished, do acoustic versions of them just to do it, because we do that in Norman, Oklahoma, pretty close.
That's nice. That's cool.
But yeah, mostly like hunkering down with a new person that I haven't met. Pretty
New
insane.
person, producer-wise, you mean?
A
or-
child.
A
Oh,
child.
child. Sorry.
Yeah.
Right. Of course.
You made a human.
Yeah.
Made a human.
She's
Yes,
going
it's
to be
very
making an
interesting.
appearance very
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah,
Any day now.
we're ready for her to be here, I think.
Just wait till after June 16th. That's the last show.
Yes, please.
When is she due?
But if you want to come earlier, that's fair.
Yeah, we're not strangers to that. 4th of July is when her due date is, but they're thinking she's probably going to be a week early. I know. But it's as simple as just not worrying about it until you've got to make a change, and then we'll change
Yeah.
or adapt however we need
First
to.
baby came mid-tour. So
Yeah, we
bailed
canceled,
on
I
a
think,
tour.
4 dates.
Really? Did you make it home in time?
Yeah, her water broke while I was on the plane.
Whoa.
Wow.
I got home, she labored all night,
Wow.
and then we labored. She labored. I watched. It's a very strange, helpless feeling.
This
And-
person you love going through all this.
Yeah,
And you really can't do
I
anything.
really had a hard time, honestly, handling it. It was very,
You ready to
very
redeem
difficult.
yourself?
There is no redeeming yourself. That's the thing.
Yeah, and also, like you say, you're helpless, but you're actually not, because I'm
Well-
sure your support and presence
Yeah.
there is more help than you could even imagine.
It's an interesting, yeah, it is. It's an interesting shift of, I guess, the cultural normative idea of roles, where she is all of a sudden totally capable of becoming this insane.
Superwoman.
Honestly, yes. He was withstanding pain in ways that we will never
Never
know.
understand,
Supposedly,
yeah.
unless we're burned alive, is what they say is like
Wow.
the one pain above giving childbirth.
Wow.
Yeah. Check
could
me
see
on
Tyler's
that.
face
but,
right now.
I've
Oh
never
my
heard
God.
that.
But it's
That's
interesting to know. We will
intense.
just
one of
never
four.
know what it's like.
Well,
Yeah.
So you become the helper and the supporter, and I mean, we grew up in middle American homes where that's what the role of the mom was.
Right.
Yeah.
But so it's just very, I don't know. It's really humbling, to tell you the truth. more
Yeah,
than
I'm
anything.
sure. Well, and do you find it interesting that you're in a house full of women?
I love it.
That's pretty
Yeah,
awesome.
I dig it. Well, at
but
least
you did
so
think it
far.
was a
So
boy at
far.
first, yeah.
So
Yeah.
far, yeah, you
did.
know,
Yeah, her dad has 3 daughters, and I'm not.
never won an argument in the house.
I think
ever.
he will obviously say he loves it and loves you all, but I'm sure there's times when he's
Well, it
like,
doesn't take
"God."
more than one to never win an argument.
Yeah.
again.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right.
I've already found the argument thing's over. But now you just get to kind of have these, I don't know, it's just a cool thing.
It is
Especially it's a
cool.
great time to be growing little girls.
Yes,
Yeah.
very
Oh,
important.
yeah. Just in society.
Growing little girls.
Yes,
Yeah.
The way that was worded.
raising
what you do.
females
That's
because
what you
they're
do
going to
now,
take over
yeah.
the world
Yeah,
and
I-
save it.
Who knows, hopefully.
Yeah.
I could be down for a queen.
That would be nice.
Yeah,
Let's try it, let's give it a shot.
Yeah. Yeah, could use a little change up for sure.
yep.
Careful, let's get into
Careful,
health
it's-
I
care.
know. I was just going to make a joke about Buttigieg, but we could use a queen.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Anyway.
Down with that.
Yes.
Yeah. Excellent. All right. Well, you guys, thank you guys so much for
Thank you.
Yes.
coming and spending
So
this
much fun
morning
to
with
talk
us
to you
after
guys
a long
today.
day yesterday and
Thank
drinking
you
tequila at
guys.
10:30 a.m.
Oh man, I'd
It's a
do it
first
again.
for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
So,
We love you guys.
You're the
Absolutely.
best.
you
Thanks
guys
for
are
being
We love
so
you
nice.
too.
Yeah, thanks for opening your home to us.
oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Thanks for
Looking forward to hearing the
being
new
so nice to our
tunes.
dogs.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Can't
I'm
wait to
already
share them with the rest of the
excited.
world.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Us
yeah.
too.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thanks everyone for tuning in and listening. This has been Cocktails with Bright Antenna. Lots of information down below as far as the tequila and where to find their music and where they're going on tour and all that sort of thing. So definitely catch them because they
Don't
are.
miss them.
Don't miss them. Tiffany says, and if you do, she's going to come find you and
Break your legs.
beat you. Yes. Anyway, thanks everyone, and we'll talk to you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Goodbye. Okay, watch this.
Whoa.
Oh, thank you. Cheers.
Cheers. Who wants some tequila?
Who wants a little more?
With the exception of Max's upcoming baby break, Wilderado always seems to be on tour. Be sure to see them if you can because it's a fucking treat. And thanks to the Sweetwater Music Hall in Mill Valley for letting us use their stage for all this. If you ever have the chance to see a show there, you definitely should. And also thanks to In the Valley Below for their song Desperate Dance, which provides the intro and outro music to our podcast. Be sure to follow us on YouTube or your favorite podcast app, and we'll have more episodes coming your way very soon.